Hello, denizens. It's my pleasure to present to you my review of the most significant non theatrical release this year, Adam Sandler's new Netflix romp, Happy Gilmore 2. It is essentially an expensive YouTube short that is 1 hour and 57 minutes longer than the YouTube short limit of 3 minutes. Some might say it is 1 hour and 57 minutes longer than it should be. Look, I like a lot of Adam Sandler movies. I like most of the stuff he's done on Netflix. And as is often the case, his movies are reviled by critics and loved by fans. Does Happy Gilmore 2 have funny moments? Yes, lots of them. And if you're a fan of golf and follow the PGA, then you will probably have a field day with this. The movie has wrangled cameos out of some of the greatest living golfers, including a very game Jack Nicklaus. They all delivered their lines extraordinarily well, and I felt dirty and cheap laughing. And that sums up this movie. It's cheap. The jokes are dirty. It's dumb. It's fun. You'll be glad you didn't pay to see this in the cinema. And if you're a Sandler aficionado, you won't feel cheated watching it on Netflix. John Daly, the grip it and rip it golfer, is hilarious, and Steve Buscemi shows up clearly having a lot of fun. And that's one of the more charming aspects. It's essentially a big budget home movie. It's a party featuring Sandler's friends and family with returning favorites from the first movie, including Shooter McGavin, played by Christopher McDonald, and Ben Stiller, reprising his role as that mean Hal L. No Bob Barker or Carl Weathers because, well, they're dead. I mean, yeah, of course. But that is addressed in the movie. Really, my main problem with it is the setup and motivation for the inevitable turnaround. Sandler and crew had a challenge. Happy Gilmore, well, it didn't need a sequel, but it did feature Sandler as a failed hockey player with a bad temper and no etiquette who has to find a way to pay the taxes on his grandmother's house. He can slap shot the golf ball, but he can't putt and must learn to deal with his demons to beat Shooter McGavin. The movie has him winning the gold jacket and going on to become a successful and wealthy PGA golfer. So, Happy Gilmore 2 had to find a way to undo all of that, crush his spirit, lose all his worldly possessions, and be reduced to a has-been. This is the weakest part of the movie, the beginning of it. Yes, that sounds as weird as you think it sounds, the weakest part of an Adam Sandler movie. The way it's done is a shock, frankly, and not particularly funny, at least to me. The descent into alcoholism wasn't funny either, no matter how hard they tried to trivialize it with prop comedy. Getting past that extremely contrived intro, the movie regains its funny footing and becomes stupidly outrageous in all the right ways. I will make the argument that even in a movie where anything goes, including crushing the fingers of Slim Peterson's terribly made black papier-mâché prosthetic hand, suspension of disbelief is a balancing act, even in this ridiculous comedy that unapologetically features mostly straight white men. Yeah, can you believe it? But that doesn't change the fact that the opening is terrible. I would have lovingly borrowed from the movie All About Eve. Margot Channing, played by Bette Davis, is a famous but aging Broadway star. Into her glamorous but guarded world comes Eve Harrington, Anne Baxter, a seemingly innocent, starstruck young woman who idolizes Margot and claims to be her biggest fan. Eve wins Margot's sympathy with a heartbreaking story of hardship, and she's taken in as an assistant. However, Eve is not as innocent as she appears. She is manipulative, ambitious, and calculating, secretly working to undermine Margot and take her place in the spotlight. So, you see where I'm going here? Happy, still golfing, 30 years on, takes on a young, hard-on-his-luck golfer who claims to idolize him, but then turns on him in some, duplicitous way, sending Happy into a state of depression. Or something like that. Heck, Haley Joel Osment kind of plays that role already as a plant for the upstart Maxi Golf League, which sounded suspiciously like a swipe at Live Golf. It would have made for a much better intro that stuck with the golf theme. But why am I suggesting ways to improve this movie? I don't know. I have really no clue. Anyway, I don't think the sequel could ever have been better than the original, but I have to say I enjoyed it once it got into gear and the cameo parade started. I would like to add that tour champ Bryson DeChambeau featuring Adam Sandler on his YouTube golfing channel was a perfect way to cross-promote the movie. As of this writing, Bryson's collab with Sandler has hit close to 2 million views. This is exactly the kind of synergy I have been mentioning the TV networks have not learned how to do. Well, have you seen Happy Gilmore 2? What did you think? I honestly don't give a but have fun in the comments. Till next time, denizens, be seeing you.